Uh-oh, it's go time. That means it's show time. It's go time mean it's show time. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, we gotta get the peoples in the building. We gotta get their face in the place. We gotta give the love to the people. Get out of here. That's crazy, right? Crazy word. It never fails. That's why I turned it down. That's why I turned it down. Exactly why I turned my phone down. Because we all know as soon as I get on these airwaves, oh, I gotta get my charger. As soon as I get on these airwaves, it started to blow it up. Miss Jeanette Fox is in the building. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. When you come into place, introduce your face. So we know you in the building. Make sure you say what's up to the people. You know, somebody reintroduce themselves. Y'all know how we get down. Get the party started. Let the people walk in. You know, just come say hi. Just come say hello. You know, it don't take much. Just holler at your boy. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Lorena Leo, watching from Australia or Austin. Austin or Australia? Which one is it? Or Austria? We let the people come into play and get themselves together. Australia, that's what I'm talking about. From the land down under. I've only been to Sydney once. Beautiful place, nice beaches, good people, beautiful women. So, you know, I am always lovely to be in the place when the people are gorgeous, friendly, inviting, and a little bit out of their mind. Love it. Completely love it. We got some things we're going to talk about today. And they are kind of wonky. We're going to talk about this cover up. Because I saw a video last night, and I haven't watched G. Bush yet. I gotta watch Bush. Saw he went live last night, but I was in the middle of something, so I gotta watch that sometime today. Make sure we good. My voice is a little, I don't know what it is, but it's a little off today. You know, it is a little off today. But while the people come on in and get themselves situated, I hope y'all got y'all drink, got your snack, got yourself together. We'll see. As we know, Miss Jeanette is always in the house. KJ is always in the house. Hey, Snacks, I'm too old to allow the Browns to give me high blood pressure. The Bears do that enough. Hey, it's football. These people are crazy. My boy Robert is always in the building. If y'all don't know, Robert stay in the house. Miss Sharon Lewis is in the building. Miss Lorraine Leo is in the building. The RN is in the house. Australia. Yeah, I know a little something about that. G. Bush was on point last night. I gotta watch it. Everybody say G. Bush was spot on. I gotta see what Bush was talking about. Bush must have brought some fire last night. Snacks, it seems harsh that Shedeur has to just take this BS without any solutions. He should be able to sue Stefanski and the owners for sabotaging his career. Mistreatment should not be able to stand. And it's the NFL. They have no body that governs them. So they pretty much a carte blanche to do what they want to do and treat people like crap, like they have over their entire existence. And it's mostly up to us to curtail what they do. And the only way we are able to do that is to hit them in the pocket. And I don't know if enough people are willing to forego their football to mess with a bunch of billionaires' money. I'll just say it like that. I don't know. But we're going to find out. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. As y'all know, before we get the party started, we do one thing and one thing only. We take a time out to thank the people that started sitting down and watching this video, whether you're watching on mobile or your PC. While you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do not forget to hit that post notification bell so you'll know when these videos go live or when we go live. Either way it goes, you don't want to miss it because we dropping bangers all day, every day. And you know there's no way on this side of the street in my area that we do any video without giving a shout out to the beautiful CU aunties, our ladies who always come through to support, who are always going the extra mile to tweet out videos and post videos on Facebook and all that other crap. They are what they say they are. Supporters of the brand of Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, and any other person that has anything to do with Colorado. So when you see them, say what's up. Be respectful. Do not attempt to be disrespectful because we will deal with you in these internet streets. You know what I'm saying? But today is interesting because the cover-up has begun. The malpractice of the freaking Cleveland Browns is getting out of hand. And where we sit today, I know everybody's clamoring about Shedeur Sanders not being moved up on the depth chart, but I told you that was going to happen. I informed you after Shedeur's game that wasn't going to happen. And then I informed you over and over and over again during the week. And then I re-informed you. I reinstated that after Dillon Gabriel's game, Shedeur was not going to move up on the depth chart. Because what they are doing is releasing unofficial depth charts. Nothing is official. Nothing is in stone. And the way they see it as the Browns organization, there's no need to upset the apple cart. There's no need to move anything right now because it is preseason. So we'll let them have that for right now. Right now, it doesn't matter until all the preseason games are played and the official depth chart drops. They are holding weight to be able to give everybody a chance. I'm just telling you how they see it. Not how we see it, how they see it. As we see it, Joe Flacco is 1, Shedeur Sanders is 2, Dillon Gabriel is 3, and we really don't care what they do with Kenny Pickett. But as the Browns see their depth chart right now, Joe Flacco is 1, Kenny Pickett is 2, Dillon Gabriel is 3, Shedeur Sanders is 4. And you can throw Watson and Huntley in there wherever you feel like it. But what we have is moving on to a cover-up. Because after this game, there has been a lot. There has been a lot of people clamoring. There has been a lot of people scrambling. There has been a lot of people moving the goalposts for Dillon Gabriel. Even with that statement that he made, there has been a lot of people moving the goalposts for Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel said he has made that statement before. I can't find it. Nobody else has found it. As reporters, if Dillon Gabriel has made that statement before, show it to us. Show it to us where he called the media members entertainers. Because once he said, I've made that statement before, their immediate job was to go find it and make it a fact. It's Tuesday. The statement was made Saturday. No one has posted that statement. No one has given proof that Dillon Gabriel has made that statement before. Like I said in my video the other day, day before yesterday, what Dillon Gabriel said, he said it on purpose. He knew what he was saying. Dillon Gabriel is media trained. He is no fool. He knew exactly what he said. He knew exactly who he was talking about. But he knew they would cover for him because of who he is. Because he is Dillon Gabriel. He's Dillon Gabriel from Hawaii, the quiet one, the simple one, the guy who drives a minivan, the person that no one would ever think would make a statement of that matter. But they would be wrong. Because Dillon Gabriel knew exactly what he was doing. Dillon Gabriel has been put in a position to succeed. It has been the Cleveland Browns' mission since they drafted Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur for Dillon Gabriel to be better than Shedeur, no matter the cost, no matter what we do, no matter how it looks. But what they didn't expect was for these trackers to be invented and for Shedeur's fan base to be as big as it was. They knew Shedeur was famous. They knew Shedeur was a celebrity, but they didn't know his fans actually cared. They thought they had a bunch of people that they were going to make a bunch of money off of because they follow and support Shedeur. What they didn't expect was the fan base to give a damn. What they didn't expect was the people to fight back and fire back at them for the treatment that he was given. So what we have and where we sit now is the Cleveland Browns have seen Shedeur play. They have seen Shedeur attract the most viewers in football by himself. Not with them, not because of them, because of him. The numbers move. Then Dillon Gabriel, the very next week, goes out and plays decent, plays good, but he made two fatal mistakes. Dillon Gabriel threw an interception and he had a fumble. And as a quarterback, those are the two things that you can't do. Throw a pick six and fumble the ball. And Dillon Gabriel did both of them. And all we have seen since that happened is people providing cover for Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur has been a model citizen since he's been in Cleveland. He hasn't stepped on any toes. He hasn't made any wild accusations. He hasn't made any questionable statements about the football game, the football team, or any of his teammates. There's only one person that has done those things, and that's his counterpart, Lil Dillon. As we know, Dillon Gabriel has been afforded something a third-round pick doesn't get when they are drafted, especially at the quarterback position. Dillon Gabriel has been afforded more reps than anybody in doggone training camp. Third-round picks don't get the most reps. Flacco should have the most reps, followed by Kenny Pickett, followed by Dillon Gabriel, followed by Shedeur Sanders. But that's not the way it works. Dillon Gabriel is leading all four quarterbacks in practice reps. They're treating Dillon Gabriel as if he's a first-round pick. Dillon Gabriel has gotten reps with the first team, and he's been getting them since OTA. Now we wonder why this is taking place. Because the owner has already came out and said Shedeur Sanders wasn't my pick. But the numbers bear out something different. The numbers bear out that Dillon Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry's pick. Shedeur Sanders was Jimmy Haslam's pick. It has been more than evident that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry are not fond of Shedeur Sanders. They don't want him in the building. He's not getting the reps because this was an equal and fair quarterback competition. Those are the words of the head coach. Those are not the words of the quarterback coach. Those are not the words of the GM. Those are the words of the head coach. And for those of you that are wondering if Shedeur is going to make the 53-man roster, the answer is yes. because Jimmy Haslam has already said Kevin Stefanski knows that we have to see both of these rookies play during the season. So we know both rookies will play. The question is when and for how long. Now, back to this game. Back to these games. Because once the games were played, Sunday morning, the stats were posted. Shedeur Sanders went 14 for 23. Dillon Gabriel went 13 for 18. Shedeur won 38 with 2 touchdowns. Dillon Gabriel had 143 with an interception and a fumble. But one thing about these people and these stats, Pro Football Focus went a little deeper. Against the blitz, Shedeur Sanders was 6 for 7 for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dillon Gabriel was 5 of 7 for 46 yards and an interception. And I see y'all having y'all conversation in the chat. I'll get to the chat shortly, and we'll get to super chats and all that here in a little while, if there is any, because every now and then some pop up. Now on play action passes, which is coming from under center, faking the ball off to the running back and making a pass, Shedeur Sanders was 3 of 4 for 30 yards and a touchdown, which was that first touchdown pass. Dillon Gabriel was 1 of 6 for 18 yards and a pick. For passes 20 yards or more, Shedeur Sanders was 1 of 2 for 30 yards. Dillon Gabriel had none. For the intermediate passes, the dink and dunk passes, Shedeur Sanders was 4 of 5 for 63 yards. Dillon Gabriel was 5 of 7 for 81 yards. Now, numbers don't lie. And people call me crazy because I said the whole time, Dillon Gabriel looked okay. But when it came time to run the real offense, not the scripted offense, the real offense, that's when Dillon Gabriel lost it. As we know, the first 10, 15 plays are scripted. So those first 10 to 15 plays, including those run plays, when Dillon Gabriel was knocking them off, getting them third downs, those are scripted. So he was hitting his first read, boom, hike, boom, motion, first read, boom, there he is, wide open. But after that, after it was all said and done, after those scripted plays, after that sack, Dillon Gabriel had happy feet. He didn't look comfortable. And he lost his composure. And he didn't look like he had control of the offense. But everybody is scrambling to tell you how good Dillon Gabriel looked. The numbers bear it out. The numbers say Dillon Gabriel was okay. Anything between 5 and 19 yards. He was going to hit him. But other than that, no. Play action passes, which is a major part of Kevin Stefanski's offense. He 1 for 6. It's not looking good. But that's what I told y'all in the beginning. See, those scripted passes, those scripted plays where he was dropping them off and hitting them, it was fine because most of them was in the shotgun. Most of them wasn't play action. They was hyped, get the ball out, first down. But when it came time to do what real quarterbacks do, he didn't look the part. He didn't have time to do anything. After Dillon Gabriel was sacked, it was a wrap. You know, with a room full of quarterbacks, what the Cleveland Browns do? What in the world? Hold on, what we got over here? Well, tell you like this. A lot of things have happened, but we got some people running cover for Dillon Gabriel. Now that we've seen that preseason game, now that we have seen Dillon Gabriel screw up majorly with the interception and a fumble, the cover-up is starting to take place. People are starting to say, oh, he looked good, but if it wasn't, it was just, no. Those are two major mistakes. But Mary Kay Cabot, who is Kevin Stefanski's #1 mouthpiece, who backs him up 100%, is starting now to make excuses to why Dillon Gabriel didn't look so good in camp, when everybody was saying Dillon Gabriel didn't look like an NFL player. Dillon Gabriel didn't look like a quarterback. Dillon Gabriel was messing up plays here. Dillon Gabriel wasn't completing passes here. Dillon Gabriel was throwing interceptions here. Dillon Gabriel was getting balls batted down here. With now it's time to cover for those screw-ups. Mary Kay Cabot has started to try and change that narrative on why Dillon Gabriel looked so bad in camp. And we finna get into it.
Maybe you don't deserve to be under right now.
I 100% hear what you're saying. And I do agree with you to a certain extent. But I think the Browns, as an organization, I think they've done a masterful job of blocking out the noise. I don't think they care at all what the fans are saying, what the Shedeur fans are saying, what the media is saying about their quarterbacks. I don't think they care. I think they have the blinders on, and they are relying on their own eyes and their own expertise and what they see going on in the meeting rooms and what they see going on the film, knowing what they have given these quarterbacks to do. And one of the things that we must keep in mind is the fact that Shedeur and Dillon were given vastly different responsibilities throughout training camp and even mandatory minicamp all the way back through April. So I really do believe that they had such different things going on that they were learning and that they were trying to accomplish. Dillon was side by side with Kenny Pickett in trying to help the Browns shape their playbook. So they put everything on those two guys to try to figure out what can we handle and what can't we handle.
Here we go. Now, Dillon and Kenny Pickett were side by side trying to help the Browns shape their playbook. Really? You got a rookie quarterback and a 4-year quarterback trying to help shape your playbook. But your starting quarterback that we knew was going to be your starting quarterback, he has nothing to do with that. And he's going to be the one running the offense. Really? This is what we doing. This is where we at now. This is what we are doing. Trying to change the narrative again of why Dillon Gabriel looked like he didn't belong when he was in training camp. Now we gonna fix our mouths to tell another lie. Don't believe your lying eyes. We gonna tell you this is what your lying eyes saw. He wasn't running the plays that everybody else was running. He running some new plays. He trying to help us get our playbook together. Really? So what was Joe Flacco doing? Because he was up there too. What was Joe Flacco doing? Oh, he was running the old playbook. We ain't worried about him. Oh my God. See, this is the Cleveland Browns loser mentality. These people are so used to losing. They don't know what winning feels like. They don't know what winning looks like. They haven't been there. Yeah, they went to the playoffs in 2023. And that's why they wanted to build a statue for Joe Flacco. Because he did the improbable. He came in and won 4 or 5 games and they was ready to go. But hold on. What's going on, Robert? They if they gonna continue to try this cover up, if they gonna continue to keep moving the goalposts and keep telling us that now Dillon Gabriel was doing something entirely different than the rest of the team. They was over there working on some separate projects. So when Dillon Gabriel came up to run his reps, he was running something completely different than everybody else. Get the hell out of here, man. They need to stop. But let's go.
What are we keeping in and what are we throwing out? So they let them run all those low percentage plays. They let them run things that maybe weren't going to work so that they could come over to the sideline or they could tell the coaches in a meeting room after practice or whatever, that's not going to work. It didn't work in practice. We don't feel comfortable with this. That's what they were asked to do. And when you're asked to do that, you're not always going to look efficient. If you're going to get a bunch of easy checkdowns and
all right, this feels almost illegal to know.
See, what they need to quit doing is lying to people. They need to quit lying to people, trying to make us think that we crazy. That's what they need to stop doing. But let's get back to the stupidity.
Then maybe you have a chance of looking and people aren't saying outrageous things about you. And I think that's one of the things that happened with Dillon. I think when he made his quote about entertainers and competitors, I think he was talking about the media. And I think that he was pretty beat up by the media throughout training camp. And everyone is human. And I think it's hard for these young guys to not let some of that get to them. And I think he's done a really good job of it. But I think in that moment, he may have sort of been showing just a little bit of the chink in his armor there about feeling some kind of way about how he's just been so verbally abused throughout training camp. And
now he's been verbally abused. Y'all better quit abusing little Dillon. Little Dillon was verbally abused during training camp. But people been beating up on Shedeur since he been in college. But Dillon Gabriel was verbally abused. Oh my God. They talked about Dillon. They hurt his feelings. So what? Better man up, Buttercup. Don't nobody care nothing about that. They need to stop this, man. What are we doing in Cleveland that these fans can't have an opinion? Because she just said they blocking out all the noise. But blocking out all the noise is what got Dillon Gabriel in trouble. That's what made that statement, him blocking off all the noise. The noise is Shedeur. The noise is Shedeur's fans. The noise is all he hear is people saying, putting 12 in, dog. We don't care about nothing else. Put 12 in the game. And that's their biggest problem. They don't know what to do with that. They don't know how to react to a fan base that is this large. Dillon made that statement. It said what it said. It was meant to be at Shedeur. Because you can't tell me he ain't talked to Dan Lanning before that game. You can't tell me he didn't talk to Dan Lanning 2 or 3 times before that game. We already know how Dan Lanning feel about Colorado Coach Prime and Shedeur and all the rest of it. And you can't tell me that Dan Lanning didn't put that bug in his ear. Hey, man, you go out there and you do your job. You stay cool. You just go out there and compete. You let them entertain and do what they do. You let them, we know that they out there searching for clicks. You let the circus be the circus. You just do your job. And Dillon Gabriel was frustrated at halftime because he had thrown that pick, because he had that fumble. And Kevin Stefanski was like, no, dog, you can't go back in the game. I'm trying to save you. Because if I put you back out there, you might throw another pick. You might have another fumble, and we can't have you having 2 picks or fumbles in your first appearance on an NFL field. Are you crazy? We trying to save you. And he didn't want to be saved. He wanted to go compete because he's a competitor. They should have turned him loose. Shedeur ran 3 quarters. Why he couldn't run 3 quarters? If he gonna be a quarterback, he got to be able to take this heat. If he gonna be an NFL quarterback, you got to be able to take this heat. You got to be able to take this criticism. You got to be able to take people talking about you all the time. But Dillon Gabriel soft, and they babying him, and they trying to keep him behind closed doors. But you can't if you want him to be the face of your franchise. And that seems like that's the way they're heading. But Maggie Gray think that it's some shit in the water.
Browns ever wanted Shedeur to actually be to winning this competition.
No, I agree with that.
He's going to have to look amazing. Not just good, not just okay, completed half of his passes, da-da-da. He's going to have to really go out and win this thing. And so I don't even know if that's possible because...
No, I would lean no.
Well, the Panthers are playing their starters.
Yeah. I would lean there's nothing he can do except to hope Joe Flacco gets hurt.
I feel like this has been like loaded dice against Shedeur.
Definitely.
For what reason? I have no idea. You selected him. So why,
Well,
why
he's
not give him a real shot, like with the ones and stuff? I don't understand.
Generally, fifth-round picks are not supposed to start week one. Most, even first-round picks. Jackson Dart apparently looks great in Giants camp, and no one thinks he has a chance to get the job. So why would we think that Shedeur deserves a normal shot?
Because when he got to Cleveland, this is not a normal quarterback situation.
Oh, it's starting to come out. But Mackey ain't done. Hold on. This is a whole nother day.
The NFL looks like dopes. The fact that he dropped all the way to the 5th round when you had quarterback needy teams out there, everyone's got to be, and if I were an owner or someone, I would be looking at my personnel and calling everyone in the front office and saying, what the hell, guys? Like, this is someone we couldn't take a flyer on in the 4th round or the 3rd round?
He looked the part, and that elicited me saying, after watching him play for basically a half in a preseason game, a little bit more than that, okay, it's not a matter of if he's going to start this year in Cleveland. It's just going to be when. They can't sit here and continue to operate the way that they have and basically ignore him. This is like a Tim Tebow cult following. And
Interesting.
Shedeur gave you enough where that fan base that loves Shedeur, and I'm happy to be a fan of Shedeur, they're going to get louder and louder and louder if you keep on trotting out there with the reps. Old man Joe Flacco with this cane, Kenny Pickett with his small hands, and then Dillon Gabriel, who, is a little fella.
Hey, that's what I keep telling y'all. It's going to get louder. The world is going to start saying, hey, we're not paying for this shit. We didn't ask for old man Flacco. We didn't ask for Dillon Gabriel or Kenny Pickett. We came for one person and one person only. But see, they think it's just Shedeur fans that want Shedeur, when it's the entire Cleveland fan base damn near. We got those that want a little Kenny Pickett, and a lot of this fan base has trust in Flacco because of what he did 2 years ago when he was here. But the majority of the Cleveland fan base, they want Shedeur. And come game one, when the NFL season kicks off and those boos start coming from the stands, because Joe Flacco was out there on the field. And if you try to take Joe Flacco out and put anybody but Shedeur in the game, you are going to have a problem. There will be a problem. Because if anybody else touches that field besides Shedeur, they're going to boo the shit out of him. And they might not show up to nail another game until he starts. Cleveland has one of the most loyal fan bases in NFL football. Cleveland hasn't won shit since 1999, since they've been back in the NFL. But they damn near sell out their stadium every Sunday. Every Sunday. Those fans pack that stadium. If it's 2 degrees or 90 degrees, they are there. They crazy, but they there. But come this year, if Shedeur Sanders is not on that field, them fans in them stands gonna be real empty. Jimmy and D. Haslam are going to hear from the people. And when them ticket sales start dropping, when that parking lot ain't full, when them concessions ain't moving like they used to, yeah, then we're going to have to reconvene and talk about it. We're going to have to sit down and figure out what the hell is going on. Why are we getting booed everywhere we go? They telling you what they want. The customer is always right, they say. And you have people spending $400, $500, $600 every Sunday to come to get an experience, to come and watch the people they want to see play, the people that they think give them the best chance to win. And if it ain't Shedeur Sanders, it's gonna be ugly. But we're not done, Maggie.
That Shedeur Sanders is going to be starting the preseason game tomorrow. Now, what's weird is that Shedeur didn't get any first-team reps yesterday in this joint practice.
Yeah.
I don't think the Browns ever wanted Shedeur to be seeing the field this quickly. You can just tell by how they run practices. He does not get first-team reps with the 11-on-11 drills or the 7-on-7 drills. It's just not happening.
Yep.
So he has to start the game. It's not because he's getting a promotion. Now, what he does with it will be interesting, but if you're not going to give him any reps with the first team when you're in theory prepping him to start the first preseason game, I think the Browns are completely not serious about getting Shedeur any meaningful reps, and in some ways, I think they're setting him up to fail.
I think Shedeur is going to play really well. I think he goes out there in Friday, and I think he puts on a mini show. Maybe not a whole show, but a mini show. And I think this creates a massive conundrum for the Browns and the organization about what happens next. Because if he goes out there and plays good, I don't think he has to even play great. If he plays good, there's going to be a large contingent of Browns fans are going to be like, give this guy an opportunity.
All I know is Cleveland gonna have a problem if they don't get Shedeur on the field and get him on there real fast. We got a $9 super chat for Morning Coffee. What's up, love? My brother made the most valid point. Even if the team wanted to trade for 12, why would the people that colluded against you want to negotiate with you and your father? Hire an agent. It might help. That's the thing. He has an agent, and it's not his dad. They have an entire sloth of people that work with Shedeur. They have agents. So that's covered. They just don't like Dion. They just don't like his kids. And the only way that you could get Dion back for all of the things that he did while he was playing football that you couldn't stop because he was so damn good, you have to punish his child. Because now those same people that played with Dion are sitting in seats of power on various teams in the NFL that make decisions on whether they hire somebody or don't, whether they draft somebody or don't. Half of these owners, their kids own the team now. It's not the old dudes from back in the day. They old dudes, but they old dudes are the dudes that own the team. They're their kids. They're their daughters. They're their sons. We got a few ownership groups in the NFL, but most of this shit is still owned by families. And they didn't like Dion. They didn't like all those gold chains. They didn't like all that brashness. They didn't like him telling you exactly what he was going to do, and he done it. They didn't want no black man that confident in their space. Because one of y'all will turn into 20 of y'all, and 20 of y'all will turn into 100, and we don't need them damn problems, and then we ain't got no control. That's why you heard the word humble so damn much when Shedeur was being drafted. He needs to be humble. He don't need to be humble. They wanted to humble him to where they wanted him to be. Listen to us. This is our league. You can't do that. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted Shedeur to be a little boy and say, yes, sir, I got you covered. I'll take care of that for you, sir. That's why they complained about those meetings that Shedeur was in. Because when he was in those meetings, he was doing what his daddy, he was asking questions. I keep telling y'all, they don't want you asking no questions. They want you to depend on them, which is something he didn't have to do. He didn't need their money. He didn't come in here meek and humble and broken and desperate, needing the NFL to take his family and put them in a better place. He came in here with his chest out, with a big ass platinum chain with diamonds on it. And he told y'all, I'm one of them. If you want to change the culture of your franchise, then draft me. If you don't want to change the culture of your franchise, don't come get me. Because that's what's going to happen when I get here. He told them, I affect change. I am a change agent. We are going to get better when I get in the building. Want to know why? Because I done it at Jackson State. Because I done it at Colorado. And I'm going to do it when I get to your building. And they like, no, we can't have that, brother. You a quarterback. We need you to be quiet. Sit over there in the corner. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they wanted. But I've been telling y'all the whole time, sooner or later, they're going to have to turn him loose. Once he touched the field, they can't stop it. Because then the world gets to see it. And once the Cleveland Browns fans see it, because they ain't never won nothing. They ain't never had a quarterback that they felt like could do something. And when they saw it, now they want it now. They don't want to wait. Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry feel like, no, it's a progression to this. This is a meritocracy. It's a hierarchy. We have to go in this order. And the fans are like, no, damn that. We don't care about all that. Skip this process. Let's get him up front because this is what we need. The fans don't want to hear that because they done seen it. They saw Dillon. They seen Kenny Pickett play at Pittsburgh. They seen Shedeur. They don't care about Flacco. He can stay or he can go. But what you gonna do is give me 12. You gonna give me 12. But they crying about his diamond chain. Y'all didn't see Jackson Dart playing. Jackson Dart got diamonds around his neck too. That's all I'm saying. Jackson Dart got diamond chains around his neck while he playing football. Just like you know who. You know. It's cool when he do it. It's a problem when we do it. What's going on in this chat? Joaquin, what you doing, bruh? Where he at? What he did now? Twelve can't be taught to be a professional. His head stuck on like Chief Keef and Lil Wayne. Bro, you in here trolling like that for real? Ain't no need. Ain't no need of being in here trolling like that. Because you ain't gonna earn yourself no favors. It ain't gonna matter. I told y'all, I don't mind people saying what they want to say, but we will not tolerate the disrespect, dog. They put him in timeout for a minute. They put him in timeout for a minute. Let him sit in the corner. Or he in timeout. He can't talk that talk no more. 92.3 The Fan.
It's not adding up to me. And I'm starting, because of the conversation around it, I go, maybe you should have just said thanks. Because you know what? Shedeur, he was given the same opportunity after his, and he said, no, I still left a lot of plays out there.
So he played
still got
subpar.
a lot of work to do. I'm still subpar. He was asked about his dad. You know, he said all the things that keeps his name out of people's mouths when trying to talk down on him. And here I am listening all day yesterday, and I just became more annoyed. I just became more annoyed that he even said it. That's all. I hope I'm looking too far into it right now. And I know that Joe's the starter now and Joe's the story, but damn, why couldn't you have just said thanks? Yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to clean up. We're happy with this performance, but we're never satisfied. Easy thing to say.
No, that's Dillon Gabriel. He had to pop one off, dog. Dillon Gabriel wasn't going to say thanks for that performance. He wanted to let everybody know that we got entertainers and we got competitors. Shedeur is a competitive entertainer. Is a competitive entertainer. You know what I'm saying? He is handling his business. But I don't understand. I understand why people don't like Shedeur that don't like Shedeur. What I don't understand is people who know they don't like Shedeur act like they like Shedeur. If you don't like the man, just say you don't like the man. But they don't like the man because he's famous. That's the whole point. They don't like the man because he's famous. They don't like him. They do not like him because he did something wrong. They don't like him because people talk about him a lot. They don't like him because he got a lot of followers. They don't like him because his brother promotes him on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and YouTube. But y'all ain't mad at the Cleveland Browns for running around with them cameras. Y'all ain't mad at the NFL for running around with them cameras. Y'all mad at Dion because he got the college version of Hard Knocks. But you've been watching Hard Knocks forever. But it's cool if the Shield do it. But since Dion did it, and his sons are doing it, it's a problem. Shedeur made the most poignant statement that a person of his caliber could ever make. He said, I let people hate online because that's just online. Online, they can say whatever they want to say. But when they see me, I don't have them problems. When they see me, it's all love. It's autographs. It's pictures. It's thank you, Shedeur. It's I'm proud of you, Shedeur. It's we got your back, Shedeur. It's keep grinding, Shedeur. Keep your head down. Keep doing your thing, man. All the hate is just on the internet. He don't get no hate in person. They'll say it with their chest on the internet. Even though he got security, and he should. People don't hate on them, but online. Coach Prime can say, I'll be at such and such to sign autographs tomorrow at this time. And the building is full. Shedeur get to go outside in Cleveland and go shopping and go to the grocery store. Yeah, he'll have to sign a few autographs in the process, but he's safe. There's a few of them that can't do that because they done rub people the wrong way. And with that statement, they trying to cover for Dillon Gabriel, but it ain't gonna work because he done rubbed some people the wrong way. Because people already know. When you made that statement, they know what you meant. They ain't crazy. You tried to cover it up. But those who understand, understand. And what's understood don't need to be said. Dillon is fighting against himself. Dillon has made it tough to be in that locker room for Dillon. Because them players feel some type of way. That you made that statement about their boy. Don't think that locker room didn't hear it. Don't think they ain't paying attention. And don't think when they had them one-on-one meetings with Coach next week, they're going to be like, hey, Coach, I ain't feeling little Dillon like that. I think we need to go with Shedeur. See, that locker room, a different animal. See, once that locker room turn on you, it ain't good. And Shedeur is a lovable person. You can't help it. You gotta like the dude. He's charismatic in that way. He has that charisma. He has that charm. That personality bleeds through. See, what Dillon said on Saturday, nobody can fix it. Yeah, he gonna talk to Shedeur and say, hey man, that wasn't aimed at you. But Mary Kay gave him a chance to say, no, I wasn't talking about Shedeur, and he didn't take it. So he gonna tell Shedeur, yo man, I wasn't talking about you. And Shedeur gonna shake his hand, give him a pound, and say, nah man, we cool. But we gonna give you that side eye on the way out. Cause we know, bruh, we know what you meant. We felt it. We felt it. All I can tell you is, when the season starts and come game 3 or 4, when Shedeur not in the game and they go to try out Dillon Gabriel or Kenny Pickett, it might be some beer cans, some hot dogs. They gonna come flying out the stand. Them boos gonna get real loud. And whoever the quarterback is, I feel sorry for you, because Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry knew they shouldn't have done it. They knew what it was. They know who the people want. The people have expressed their opinion. We have seen the tape. Just because you want to prove your point that your 3rd round pick is better than your 5th round pick, and we all know better. You can't make us believe you, dog. We know what you did. We know what you are. And these people are not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. It's just that simple. What time is it? Oh, yeah. It's almost 1:30. It's almost time for me to go pick up my baby girl. So it's about time for us to shut this down. But depending on how the night goes, we might be back. That way I don't have to make the videos. I can just cut them out of here. But we gonna talk about it. I got some things we need to talk about. We ain't got no more super chats. I see y'all talking about boycotting in that chat. They don't have to boycott. Y'all can watch the games, support the games. Y'all can do what you want to do. NFL gonna make their money regardless. They get millions of dollars from them TV rights. So shit. Only way they hurt is people stop showing up in the stands. When them stands start emptying out, that's when it hurts. That's when they can see it. That's when they can feel it. The Browns already don't get no TV coverage as it is. So them not being on TV is not a big deal. But when Shedeur finally starts his first game, they will get TV coverage. Because don't nobody want to see Joe Flacco and don't nobody want to see Kenny Pickett. But I bet you the first game that Shedeur starts and the NFL know it's coming, that will be a primetime game. The Cleveland Browns have no Sunday night games. They have no Monday night games. They have no Thursday night games. Those are the 3 primetime spots for the NFL. But once Shedeur is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, I promise you they'll have all 3 of those. They'll have a Sunday night game, a Monday night game, and a Thursday night game. Probably all back to back. But right now, They have none. It all changes if you put Shedeur Sanders at the helm. But anyway, let's get out of here, man. I'm gonna go through. I ain't got time to go through that. New stadium already being questioned in regards to the location. Yes, at this point, money talks. When they pull 12, the question start rolling in. You damn right. Mike G. Brown selling out every game though, even losing all the time. Yeah, Brown sell out. I told you they got the most loyal fan base in the game. NFL worried about sponsors and season ticket holders. This is true. What wrong with the owner? He think he Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones gonna come through. No, they are not. Stands and viewership. That's where we at. Charmaine Yates. It's interesting that Dillon Gabriel is getting the attention he's been seeking all along, even though it's negative attention. It doesn't matter. No, it don't matter. He just wants the attention. Tickets are cheap in Cleveland, but if Shedeur plays, the price will go up. You damn right the price gonna go up. 12 is better than any backup on Dallas. Now that is true. Now they need to come get Milton out from down here because I want to run up there to the Star and just slap him upside his helmet myself. The way he was playing the other day is freaking ridiculous. I will not watch Cleveland while this buzz ain't going. You ain't gotta worry about it. They ain't gonna be on TV no way till Shedeur play. You can catch them on the NFL network, but broadcast games? Oh no, we not doing that. They might get one or two. The tickets are cheap though. We can get free tickets at some places. Yeah, Cleveland ticket cheap. My brother's a season ticket holder. I'm late getting on. DG did make that statement before he was doing camp when they had media day. No one questioned him about it. What camp? Me either. He damn sure is legendary. I would love Shedeur with the Falcons. If they didn't have Penix already, the Saints, Dallas, or the Rams, I'll take him here in Dallas. If Shedeur was in Dallas, it would be nuts. But Jerry loved Dak, so that ain't going to happen. And y'all know once Jerry loved a quarterback, it's hard to get rid of that quarterback. You know how long? You know what it took to get rid of Tony Romo? Tony Romo back had to damn near fall off for us to get rid of Tony Romo. All them years. I'm a Cowboys lady since Tony Dorsett. I was watching the game, saw this man running down the field, and I became a fan as a teenager. Oh, yeah. If you a TD fan, you a Tony Dorsett fan. Ooh, you've been in the house a long time. Tony Dorsett. Earl Campbell was with the Houston. It was going down. Drew Pearson and all them boys. It was happening. What was Jerry and Dion relationship like? Jerry and Dion cool like the other side of the pillow right now. Jerry tried to get Dion to come to Dallas this year. But Dion decided to stay in Colorado. I made a video when all this stuff was going on. Before the draft, I laid out the plan. Told them what was going to happen. How Dion was going to go to Dallas. I told them that Jerry was going to hire a new coach this year. This was before all the firing and shit going on. This is why football season was going on last year. Jerry was going to get a new coach this year. Dion was going to get his new contract this year. Shedeur, Travis, Shiloh going to the NFL this year. But you know who contract up in 4 years? All of them. Every last one of them. Dion, Shiloh, Shedeur, Travis. All of them contract up in 4 years. And the only reason I say 4 years is because this freshman class that Dion got right now at Colorado mainly Juju Lewis. He want to graduate that class, and he want to put them in the NFL. And he promised that boy's daddy that he would take care of him and be there until he graduated. But after that, Dion going to Dallas. And know the first person he going to get? His sons, both of them. He going to tell Jerry, I need Travis. Go get him. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. And the gang will be back together again in the D. And your boy will be there on Sundays like posted up like it ain't nothing. I'll be so in the building, it ain't even funny. Yeah, Jerry and Dion had already put the plan together. But you got to be able to see it. I keep telling people, in 4 years when these rookie contracts is up, Dion graduates this class, and it's fair game for everybody. It's fair game for everybody. You go get Shiloh, you go get Shedeur, you go get Travis, Dion go to Dallas, everybody else coming to Dallas. And it's good. No Kev. He said the only way he would go to the NFL if he could coach both of his sons. Not one, both. And as you heard me say, at the end of this 4-year stretch, when this class graduates and Juju is gone, because Juju is the baseline of all this. He matters. If he go in his junior year, Prime is out of that joint. We already know what Cleveland doing, right? Cleveland ain't doing nothing. By that time, Jerry was going to give Prime the job this year. Prime turned it down. Told Jerry, you got to hold on. I got other obligations I got to do. I made some promises that I got to keep. And when he do that, it's over with. The man said the only way he coaching in the NFL, if he could coach both of his sons, that would be the only thing that could entice him to coach in the NFL. Do you know how much money the Cowboys will make if you got Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, and Shiloh on one team in Dallas? The biggest NFL franchise. Do you know how much money Jerry would make? And Jerry loved the money. Talk to me. I'm telling you, that's the plan now. And when it pop off, y'all gonna say, y'all know what that old man said there. He said right there in that chair and said this was gonna happen. And Dallas gonna be popping. It's easy because they ain't gotta move. They ain't gotta buy no new houses. They ain't gotta do nothing but go home. Go home. That's all they got to do. You think that wouldn't be the biggest Prime thing ever? It'd be ridiculous. But at that point, Colorado would be, because Prime had already accomplished one of his goals, Heisman Trophy. win the Big 12, be the first black coach to win a national title. And they on that path. They should win the Big 12 this year. Because that team is, oh my God. Their wide receiver room is crazy. Oh, I've been talking y'all. Let me go. I'm getting out of here, man. Y'all, see, y'all get me on them 10. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all think y'all slick. I gotta watch y'all. Y'all think y'all slick. Y'all be knowing the right questions to ask. And you know who it was came in here asking them questions. But anyway, let me get out of here. I gotta go get my baby girl. You know, my sweetheart. I don't know why I'm picking her up. She got a whole car out here in my driveway. Let me ask y'all something. My daughter just graduated high school, going to college. Got a whole 2019-20 Lexus RX 350 in the driveway. And that's where it's at, in the driveway. Because you know what she want to do? She want her daddy to come pick her up. Because she don't want to drive her car. Because she wasting gas. What about my gas? Who gonna put something on it? And I don't have little vehicles. And all my vehicles take premium. So who gonna help me out? I'm gonna need some. What I be saying? No, that was my big girl. That wasn't my baby girl. That's my oldest daughter that was in the chat yesterday. That's my other college daughter. That's my gonna be doctor in a minute. I'm trying to get her behind back to Texas and go to Baylor. But UAB got all this money, man. You say she a passenger princess? No, man. She better get in that truck and drive it. Burn her own gas up. Quit burning up mine. And then, soon as she'll call me and say, Daddy, I'm on a half a tank. I'm finna come home. Can you go fill my car? I'm like, hold on, dog. My girls are riding. I ain't gonna even lie. They riding. They just spoiled for no reason. And you get them cash out requests just out of nowhere. Bing! Just $50, $100. I'm like, wait a minute, dog. I'm trying to get something to eat. You trying to feed everybody? Well, I got two friends with me. What they got to do with me? Where they mama and daddy at? See, we ain't finna do that. My daughters be killing me though, dog. They be killing me. They be tearing a brother up. I'm telling you. We left this morning. Now, mind you, I worked all night. I went to Dallas and came back. I got back about 3:30 in the morning. Got me a little nap. And my phone rang. Because I bought her a new iPad the other day. I ain't think she knew. She done been on the Amazon account. I saw that iPad come to the house. What you did with it? Because she know I don't do Apple products. I'm not an Apple guy. I'm an Android all the way through and through. My TVs, every TV in this house is a Samsung. My washer and dryer is a Samsung. My stove is Samsung. My microwave, my refrigerator, all of it. I can operate all my devices from my phone. And she said, Daddy, what you do with that iPad? So what iPad? What you talking about? I seen that iPad come to the house yesterday. I looked on the Amazon app. Get off of there. Stop being nosy. Ain't nobody asked you about my business. Now you know you ain't got nothing to do with Apple. Because my daughters are the only Apple people in this house. My daughters, they both got iPhones and iPads and all that Apple crap. My boys, they rock with me. We Android through and through. That's what we do. We don't use the not so smart people phone. You know, we like better things. But I ain't gonna talk about y'all little iPhones out there because I know a lot of y'all got them. You know, a lot of y'all got your little iPhones, but you know, we only rocking Androids around here. Only Samsungs. Bucket made a new post. I don't doubt it. Let me get out of here. I can't be playing with y'all. I gotta go get this girl before she called me. Tell my daddy where you at. Tell her catch your Uber. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming in, hanging out. We're gonna talk about Androids and iPhones in this next one. We're gonna have some fun. We might even talk about some children. I might even let them pop in and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta go get this girl before she start blowing my phone up. This Texas traffic, you can't get nowhere fast. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm out. Peace.